money do I make? We're going to hold that question for last because I want to answer that at the end. Hold that thought. Here's your ticket, gorgeous lady. There you go. Who else has a question?
I'm curious what the catalog was like 19 years ago.
You know what? A lot of the products that were 19 years ago are still around, just restyled. Like the stoneware has been around. A lot of them just come, because I got to tell you that those products were amazing then.
Because you've had to change the dialogue with every new.
Kind of like, do you change what you say with the new products coming? Yes. Every season we get March, and in September we get a new product line. So you do eventually have to add some new products to your repertoire, but so easy. It's all this training. There's online free training. They have so much support for us. Who else has a question?
I have a question. The mandolin, is that dishwasher?
Yes, the mandolin is top rack dishwasher safe. Yep.
Thank you.
Who else has a question about the business opportunity? Any other question about the business?
Would you do it
wait a
different?
minute. I want to know where you travel to. Being that you're a local representative, but where is your area?
There is no area. There's no territory. When my kids were little, I used to stay local. I didn't want to go far. I stayed in Suffolk County. I live in Comac. Now my kids are old and grown and gone. I'll go anywhere. I don't want to stay home and look at my husband that many nights a week, so I'll go anywhere. Good question. But there is no territory. It's not like, oh, this is your area. You can go wherever you want. If you sold Pampered Chef and you said to me, Sharon, I have a show in New Jersey. I don't want to go in New Jersey. Some woman I met at a party wants to have one. I don't want to go. I'd give it to someone on my team that, lives in that area who is willing to go there. Who else has a question?
How much time do you take, like, at home that you
outside of this? That's a good question. How much time outside of the party do you have to do?
Right.
Well, here's the thing. When I go home, probably not tonight, but tomorrow I will input all of your orders on the computer. It probably takes about 15 minutes to input a party this size. When Kerry gives me her wish list, in the next day or two, I'll push send, and all the products now get delivered to the guests. We don't do any kind of delivery like some of the other direct sell companies used to do years ago. There's no delivery. And I probably spend about 2 or 3 hours a day in my office working on my business, but I support over 300 people. I have a ton of people on my team. As a new consultant, I was just saying most people who sell Pampered Chef have a full-time job. So, how much time do you spend? Probably 15 minutes, one block of 15 minutes, maybe on your lunch hour if you have time and you want to do that. When you come home, maybe 30 minutes following up with people who said, I'd like to have a party, and we schedule a date with them. So as a new consultant, I would probably say a half hour to 45 minutes a day working on your business. And if you don't want to do it every day, some people do it, on the weekends. They follow up with their leads. It's your business. That's the good thing. It fits around your schedule. It's the only job that I know that you work as little or as much as you want. You want to do it every Tuesday, you do it every Tuesday. Every Sunday afternoon, you don't answer to anyone. When my kids were little, I would block out all their games and every activity because I didn't want to miss that. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. But the fact is I had to do something. We had just moved to Long Island. My taxes in Comac were like $18,000. My husband was like, the stay-at-home mom thing is great, but you're going to have to do something. So when my friend came to my house and did this party, I was like, oh my God, maybe this is the answer to my prayers. That night she made $203. I was like, I could do this. I could make a pizza and a microwave cake. She made the same pizza 19 years ago that I made tonight. It's just always been a fan favorite recipe. So yeah, I can't imagine my life without the Pampered Chef. Who else has a question? Don't be shy. Question.
How does that work? Like, how you get whatever from the party?
How you get paid?
Yeah.
You get paid
like
twice a month with the Pampered Chef. Any show you do by the 15th of the month, you get direct deposited a paycheck on the 21st. Any show you do after the 15th, you get direct deposited your paycheck on the 7th of the month. So we get paid twice a month from the company, a commission of what you sold during that time period. Anyone else have a question? Oh, Sharon, how many parties do you do a week? That's a good question. I'll tell you about that. So when I first started, the truth is my friend Jill said to me, if you do 2 shows a week, you'll earn every incentive. I said, okay, I could go out 2 nights a week. And I did for a really long time. But then my husband lost his business. And I had to go from doing 2 shows a week to doing 6 shows a week. Because if it wasn't for the Pampered Chef, we couldn't have stayed in my house. I became automatically the primary breadwinner. He was on unemployment. So I always say, thank God that I had a job where I didn't have to ask for overtime or go get a second job. So what I love about this is you can go gangbusters when you want to. You can slow it down. I have teachers on my team that go crazy during the summer. And then during the school year, they do like 1 or 2 shows a month to pay off maybe a credit card. Your kids need braces, home improvements, whatever. People need money for all different reasons. And this is the only job that I know that you can work around your schedule. That's the great thing about this. Anyone else have a question?
How much is the
Oh,
commission?
let's talk about
How much is the commission?
how much is.
Depends on the sales. How much?
Oh,
is
the commission. You start at a 20% commission. You only go up from there. 20% is the least amount of commission that you make. The more you sell, the more commission that you make. The more you move up in the ladder, the more money that you make. But you start at a 20%. So we asked about how much money do I make? So that's a good question. I told you why I love what I do. And now I'm going to tell you why I really love what I do. So I'm going to ask you to hold this. I'm going to ask you to take this one, Nicole. I'm going to ask you to take this one. I'm going to ask you to take this one. Okay, so I want to tell you what's in these envelopes. I didn't want to just tell you how much money I make because I want you to understand the potential with this business. Because not everyone does, 3 or 4 shows a week. Now, thank God my husband has a job, knock wood, and I don't have to do this 6 or 7 nights a week. So now I do it like 3 or 4 nights a week, and I love what I do. That's why I do it as often as I do. So now I want to tell you for people that have a full-time job and maybe they just want to supplement a little bit because the majority of people that sell Pampered Chef have a full-time job. So you can do it as little or as much as you want. So let's talk about envelope number 1. Who has envelope number 1?
Me.
So envelope number 1 belongs to a girl who's a single mom. She has 1 child. She works full-time, but she needed to make $700 a month to pay for daycare. So she said, is it possible that I could do this and supplement and get that $700? So I said, of course you can. So on the bottom, it says how many shows she did. This is her 1 month actual paycheck. So how many cooking shows did she
So
do?
she had 3 cooking shows, 1 catalog show, 2 online individual orders.
Okay, so she left her house 3 times to do what you saw me do. She had a couple of catalog shows, meaning
1 catalog show.
1 catalog show. So in other words, she gave some books.
Online to her website.
Online is you get a website when you sign up to sell Pampered Chef. So this is the only job in the world you make money while you're sleeping. People order on your website, you wake up, you get an email notification that someone bought the grill pan while you were sleeping. So the online order is you get on your website, and the catalog show is like the old Avon ladies. You give out books to your friends. They work in schools, offices. They collect orders. They get free shopping sprees, and we earn commission. So this girl left her home 3 times the entire month and did what I did. And what was her paycheck?
$647.
$647 for going out 3 nights. There is no other job in any retail work, as a receptionist in a doctor's office that you can go out 3 times the entire month and make what she made in 1 month. I can't even tell you how over the moon she is to be able to supplement. Who has envelope number 2? Nicole. So this belongs to a director. She started before her kids were born. She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She has a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. How many shows did she do?
5.
5 times she went out and did what you just saw me do.
7 catalog shows.
7 catalog shows.
That's it.
Okay, and what was her paycheck?
$2,334.
$2,334 for going out 5 times. In 1 month, okay? 1 month.
7
Think
catalog
about
shows, though.
what that could do for you and your family. What would $2,000 do for you and your family? Who has envelope number 3? I love this story. This story gets me all choked up every time I talk about it. This is a girl, Claudia, who is a military wife. She just came back from Korea last January. Her January paycheck in 2015 was $600. She came back in January and said, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to have to go and get a job. She moved to New York knowing no one. She decided to build her business and really work at it and grow her business. So in 10 months, from January when she made $600, this is her November paycheck. In November, in 10 months, she went from 600 to, first tell her how many shows she did.
11 cooking shows.
She went out 11 times and did this.
4 frozen
For
meal
4 freezer meal workshops,
What's that?
meaning if you want to invite all your friends over as a consultant, the Pampered Chef offers freezer meal workshops. They come and they prep like 10 meals. You go home, put them in your freezer, and for 10 nights you don't have to worry about what's for dinner. You come home, throw it in the rock crock. So that's a freezer meal workshop. So she did them in her home.
And 2 catalog.
And 2 catalog shows. So Claudia's paycheck was
$4,651.
$4,600 from January when she made $600 to November when she made $4,600. Crazy. And if that isn't shocking, wait till you hear about envelope number 4. Because not only can you do what I do, but we have online consultants because you get this free website and everyone shops online. So you can be a virtual consultant. You never leave your house. I have girls that just sell virtually. Sunday night at 9 o'clock, you have a virtual party for your friend Susie. All of her friends show up in their pajamas with a glass of wine in their own home. You have an outline to follow. Copy, paste for 45 minutes on the computer. They all order off of your website, and the hostess whose virtual party was gets free products as if it was a home show. So this is Brandis, a friend of mine. How many virtual shows did she do? 10 virtual shows. So 10 nights in her pajamas on her couch with a laptop and a glass of wine. She copied and posted. And what was her paycheck? $4,840 being a virtual consultant. Girls, there is so much money to be made in this business. You could do live cooking shows, you could do catalog shows, you could do virtual consulting. I do a little bit of everything, but you do what works for you. Here's the thing. This is not a luxury. This is a necessity. This is never going away. I always say, I don't know if it's good or bad, but every home comes with a kitchen. Everybody has to eat. So even if you don't cook, you eat. Whoever goes to the mall skipping out to go buy spatulas? Nobody. But when you come to a show like this, you're like, you know what? I do need this. I do need that. So this is not a luxury. It's a necessity. You know, the Food Network is the most popular network on television now. Everyone wants to know how to cook. Everyone's learning how to cook. This is a gold mine. The Pampered Chef has no competition. There's no other company that does what we do. There are tons of health and wellness. There are tons of jewelry. This is something you should jump on. Any other questions, girls? Question.
Do you get a basic salary?
Do you get a basic salary? No. You work on commission. Good question. Anyone else have a question?
I didn't get my ticket.
Oh, then you get 2 tickets because I screwed up. There you go.
Wow.
Okay, we're good. Aunt Debbie, we're good. And I am going to actually hand out the grand prize raffles and we'll pick for a couple of winners. Okay.
Now, off the record, did you ever, like, early on go to somebody's house and
Oh wait, off the record. Hold on a minute.